it. Let's roll it.
There you go.
She's hilarious.
Welcome to Successful Living with Bill Knapik. Every week we talk about success and everything that goes along with it. You'll learn the principles of success, how to achieve success, and learn to overcome challenges that may be getting in the way of success in your life. You'll hear from Bill Knapik, a radio personality and business development expert, along with insight from special guests. If you're ready to find your path to success or take the success you're enjoying to the next level, stay tuned. Successful Living with Bill Knapik is on right now.
And welcome to the show, Successful Living with Bill Knapik. And today with Beth Cassidy with Cassidy Properties and also Apple Lampson. She is going to be on the show here in a minute, but first we're going to talk to Beth. Beth is in the real estate world right here in Houston, Texas, the fourth largest city. Beth, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Very exciting. And boy, right off the bat, you have a name that people can remember. There's so many realtors here in Houston, but they can remember Cassidy Properties. I bet that serves you very well.
Yes, it's an unusual name, and like I told you back in the day with David Cassidy, I got stalked about that last name. I don't think there's very many Cassidys in Houston.
In fact, yes, you speak of David Cassidy, I kind of forgot about him. So let's tell people, as you are here in this dynamic city, real estate has been booming. It goes up and down. Tell us about your business right now here in Houston, Texas.
I am fortunately very busy. I have been in real estate 8 years now and got into it just because I had every sales job under the plant. I can't tell you how many jobs I've had in sales. And I was just thinking to myself, what's my passion? What do I really love? And it's always been people and beautiful homes. I mean, I knew that when I was a little bitty girl. And I should have kept that in mind when I went to college and got an art degree, but it was a boring, commercial art degree. And then I had some huge losses in my life, and I just kind of realized that life is short, and I need to do something to just totally depend on myself, that you can't really depend on other people. You got to do something just for you. And so my sister encouraged me to get into real estate, and I was scared, because it was overwhelming at the time, but my kids had grown up, and I just decided, okay, I'm going to do this. Fell into it, love it. It doesn't feel like a job. I mean, every day it's a new house, new people, new drama, new adventure. And I feel very fortunate that I have so much passion for it, and I feel that's what's made me successful.
That's very interesting. Also, I share your background in art. I went to art school many years ago in Pennsylvania. And also with finding your passion, that's so important, and it takes a while. It doesn't happen overnight, but when we find our passion, and you say that you have passion for real estate, sales, background, so when those things link up, and especially when we're doing something that we really enjoy, it kind of makes it not like work, and we become so much more effective.
Right. It's just fun. I mean, I just really have a good time every day, and I feel blessed that, I've helped people, and it's very rewarding when you find that perfect home, or you become like family with your clients. That's one part that I really enjoy the most, is I get very bonded with my clients. And for me personally, I'm not always about the money. I'm about helping people and getting referrals, and therefore then your business just grows. And I didn't intentionally start out to go, I'm going to be all successful in real estate. Just every day I got so busy and just kept working. I have a lot of energy. And then I turned around and I'm like, wow, it's all been referral based, but I've lived in Houston all my life and know so many people. But I just love the relationship part the most, and the friendships that I've acquired along the way. And, you just end up feeling so bonded with people. It's an emotional thing to do.
It really is. In fact, I remember talking to a real estate professional in New York City that called into the show once, and she talked about how during that process, the real estate journey for someone buying or selling, you work so much with the client, whether it's one person or or a family, and as you do, you work together, you create, the relationship is created, and then when the transaction is over, I remember her saying something like, oh, I'm going to really miss you.
Yeah.
But that's the forging of new friendship, and many times you stay in touch with the people you serve.
I'm totally in touch with everybody, and you get invited to the weddings and the showers and the, everything that goes on. You're part of their family, or that's how I become very close.
And also, let's tell people your contact information up front, your website, and how they can reach you should they want to.
It's bcassidyproperties@gmail.com. I am the luxury division of Wazell Properties, and my phone number is 832-646-2982.
832-646-2982, and that's Cassidy with a C, right?
Yes, Irish, of course.
There you go. Also, let's talk about some of the things in the real estate world before we talk to Apple here in a second. In the real estate world, to be successful, and I mentioned this already, this is the fourth largest city. I talked to the chief of police not that long ago on the show, and she says it's becoming the third largest city rapidly. So in doing so, how do you stand apart from the crowd? Yes, you've been here for a while. You know a lot of people, but still, there's a lot of realtors. Not all of them are as successful or reach the higher ranks like you have. But what are the core principles that serve you to be able to be so successful in the real estate world out of so many?
Well, I have a lot of energy, as a lot of people that know me
Right
well
there,
know.
you got to.
I can't even sleep, okay? I never relax. I'm very outgoing. I do a lot of networking. I go to a lot of events, not just to get business, just because I enjoy it. I just really love people, and I've made some great friendships along the way and met high-end clients through other connections, and it's just, fortunately, has grown. And then, like I told you before, I have some athlete clients, but if my main one gave me some other people, and then it's just fun, exciting. I can't explain it. It just happened. Fortunately, for me, it's been a fun ride, and I'm continuing to grow.
Very nice. Also, now you told me about your friend. Her name is Apple Lampson. She's an interior designer, and she is on the phone. Apple, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing well. Also, first, we can't go much further. You have such a unique name. I think Apple, when people hear your name, they really remember you, right?
Yeah. That's make it unique as my work as well.
So your work is quite distinctive. And also, let's tell the people the name of your company.
Company name is Awaken Design. Awaken is it's just like something new, open eyes for a new thing and stuff like that. As basically it's come from my, artistic background, so that make it unique.
Awaken Design. So all three of us have some kind of an artistic background. Yours is used in the world of interior design. Let's tell people your website also, please.
My website will be awaken-designs.com.
Awaken-design.com. Also, how long have you been in the interior design world, Apple?
About 12 years now.
12 years. And you primarily serve people right here in Houston, is that correct?
I'm actually travel over the country. My client is basically very exclusive, but I also do commercial residential everywhere. Start from New Jersey. That's my first start off. I used to live in New Jersey way back, 12 years back.
Interesting. What city?
Basking Ridge. I don't know if you heard about it. It's kind of on the suburb side, but it's very nice area, and, there's a lot of beautiful home there as well, as like Houston. And when I, met with Beth, and then we talk about it, she's also used to live in Summit, I believe that's what she tell me. And then we just like, wow, I can't believe it. Now we just happen to be friends in the business.
Best of friends.
That's awesome. And before the show, I liked, as we talked just a brief moment before the show, I liked your attitude. You said, let's roll this thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we roll.
That's how we roll. We have fun together.
Yeah, even when I work with my clients, in the beginning, might start out slowly, but in the end, we, I do what I love to do. That's why I'm very comfortable what I do, and then I create to them. And then to make me unique about that, or become to this point, because I do from heart. I do what I love, and then I give them 100%, even more. So whatever, when I talk with my clients, and then they, how I get to know them, that's the goal. And then after that, we start from there, how to make their home to be like, lovely home and what they want in their dream. So.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's just take, I know that an interior designer would go into a home and from top to bottom make it all fit and all work, but let's just take one room, for example, okay? And if you would share the methodology. So, for example, let's take somebody's living room, and they call you up, and we're focusing on the living room, let's say, or family room, and they say, Apple, I want this room nicer than it is. I want a whole different feel. I want a whole different look. How do you approach that? And then the other part of the question is it better to work with someone where the home is actually empty or the room's actually empty, or where they already have their stuff there?
For me, the empty one is the best. It's almost like a blank canvas to you. You're the artist background, It's easy to do. Just throw the color in, and then you know exactly what you're going to put in. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But
It's a blank canvas. You're right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
blank canvas. And then you just create your imagination, combine with your client, what they want. And on the other hand, when I work with existing home and things like that, renovation and stuff like that, that's my challenge. And then when I go to my challenge, and then when they, when everything done, when I see my clients smile, that's my goal. It's more than anything that I will want, I mean, of course, they pay me in such a such, but the best thing for me is just like to see they, give me a big hug and they say, I love it, and smile. And then I happen to see that over past years. So that make me keep continuing what I'm doing. And like I say, let's go back to the question that you asked me, that how did I get to, transform what they need, Apple, I want this and that. So basically I listen to their client, my client, what they want. That's the key. That's the most important. It's their home. They're going to need whatever they, like say Apple, I want black color, I want red in here, I want blue there. I have to take note in my head and also, in my book to say, like, to make that happen, make from imagination to reality, to listen to them what they want, and then I will make that happen for them.
What do you do if someone says, okay, I want to buy, I don't want to buy a lot of extra stuff, but can you look at the room and take some things away and make what I have better? Do you ever have people like that?
There's a lot of them like that. And this is my expert, because I also, based on me, when I decorate something for somebody home, I create, hey, everybody want to save money here, but they still want professional needs. So I say, hey, you know what, I can do by reproduction, by use your old stuff, combine with the new. You don't have to break the bank to have me. I can make this happen for you. I can work around what you have, what stuff you have, and make it better, make it look better. People don't want to do that because, of course, it's different reasons. But for me, I do what they want first. And then I'll make that happen.
On that note, let's tell people your phone number if they want to reach out to you. Give them your contact information so they might want to give you a call.
My phone number is 404-862-5421. 404-862-5421.
5021. Also, now, Beth tells me that you are from Thailand and you lived in Thailand and you came to the United States years ago. Tell us just a bit about that journey over here and what was the attraction to the U.S.?
I always have a dream as a childhood, like, I want to go somewhere overseas and then have a chance to see the world and things before I even think, wow, it's happened to me just like that. So somehow when I moved to New Jersey and go to school and then attempt to the technical training from Parsons in New York. And then while I'm in school, so I also do painting mural for the kids, work in the custom furniture store that, painting everything for the kids while doing school year. So, and then from that point, things just happened with me, like I never think that I could be here, but somehow it just happened with me, like I say, let's go, attempt to the school in Parsons, and I try in, and then I got in, and then even I finished school, somebody, that I know in the restaurant that I also worked at when I'm, in school too, work in the restaurant, and then they tell me, can you decide the restaurant for me? And I say, why not? I could do it. So that I start from there, basically.
A great way to start. So, okay, so
I start from there.
Recapping, so here you are from Thailand to New Jersey to Houston. Now, Beth, let's have Beth chime in a little bit. And tell us your perspective here, Beth.
Friends.
Right.
In fact, she's been my roommate when she's in town because we have so much fun together. We just hit it off.
Wait a minute. You guys actually it's a lot of fun. I could feel the energy.
Well, we work hard and we play hard too. Okay,
that's a great thing.
So I met her through a mutual client of ours, and we, like she said, we talked about New Jersey, where I was born, but I moved here when I was 1, so that doesn't count. I still call myself a Houstonian, but we had that in common, and we just hit it off like we'd known each other forever. I really admire. I've worked with other designers in town, but I really admire her passion, and also the way she treats clients is just from the heart. I mean, it's just. listening to their needs, like she said, and also really wanting to make people happy. She goes above and beyond. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that in real estate. A lot of people don't do that in other industries. They're just kind of like there to make money and leave. Her and I both have that in common. I mean, we'll sit there and talk to each other and go, I can't believe I did such and such and so and so. But you do it because you love it and because you're so appreciated by your clients.
Yeah,
And so,
the client will, Beth is right there, because that's how we click off from that point. Because like Beth, I mean, I exactly do the same thing, Let's make story short. Like, that's why I got hit. I got a big break from Larry Fitzgerald when I did his house in FL Star in Arizona. And that's how I treat them, and then now we become friends, because that's how I treat people, I do extra things just like Beth do. It's the same thing. And then he refer me to different clients to me since now. That, I have to blessing for that.
It's all referral. Yeah. They like you, they trust you, then they tell their friends. Yeah. And then it just grows.
And of course, the whole idea here, the theme behind all of this is that when we exceed expectations, we set ourselves up to build those relationships and have them ongoing and have people tell people about us. And that's so simple, but it all starts by doing the best possible job and then even exceeding that expectation. Right, Apple?
Absolutely.
But you have to really love it. I mean, you have to really, I've had so many jobs where I was like, oh, God, not again. I got to go to 9 to 5. Right. I mean, you have to really feel like, I remember my dad told me 100 years, not 100 years ago, but a long time ago, he said, you have to find what you love and find a way to make money at it. And that's really what it is. There's so many people, I think, that just are in mundane jobs, and life is too short. I mean, you got to find your passion, and with passion comes success and money that you didn't expect. I mean, I know Apple and I have talked about, wow, how did this happen? It's just doing what we said. Following up and loving it so much. And,
and it's great to have friends too, where you're in the profession where your activities are related, so you can help each other along the way. In fact, if it weren't for Beth, I wouldn't have known about you, and that kind of intrigued me. Where I reached out to Beth Apple there when it came to the idea of interior design, and of course your name kind of stood out.
And your siblings, Orange and Grape, you told me about.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
It's true.
No, stop right there. For those listening, you have siblings named Orange and Grape. Is that correct?
Yes.
And
then I have to explain this story to my client, and then they just like, just tell me all about it.
And your cousin's banana, right?
Wait a second. Is Orange and Grape, is that your brothers or sisters?
My two sisters.
So
my two sisters.
Okay, so there's 3 sisters: Apple, Orange, and Grape. That's too much fun.
I know. I think my mom have fun. That's why I think I got from her. I don't know how she ended up with all the food in the family. So.
And are they in the United States, or are they still in Thailand?
One in Thailand, and then my youngest one, she went to MBA in New Jersey, and then she worked for Tourism Authority of Thailand in New York, PR director. So she lives in New Jersey.
Super cool.
Right now.
Hey, also now, as the Super Bowl is coming up with the last couple of minutes of the show, we want to touch upon that, as Beth has been involved with. Tell us your involvement in the Super Bowl here.
This was an honor. I don't know how it happened, but I got elected to be Game City Showcase Ambassador, one of 30 people in Houston, and we're working with the mayor's office, the Houston Super Bowl Host Committee, and the Metro to coordinate a 4-day community event series called the Game City Showcase. And we're focusing on 4 areas of town: Midtown, Theater District, Edo, and the Museum District. Local initiative marketed to local Houstonians to give businesses a chance to align themselves with Super Bowl festivities. And there's like 1.5 million Super Bowl visitors, 6 million Houston residents, and the 5,000 media outlets they're saying 3 billion eyes that'll be on Houston for Super Bowl week, which is great because not only do we have so many people moving in here, now all these people are going to get all this attention because of the Super Bowl. Very exciting. We're doing videos every day. I've got listings that are going for like ridiculous amounts as far as
people wanting to rent homes out here. Yeah. That's going to be awesome. And there's going to be a lot of people here. As people hear this broadcast, this day marks the Super Bowl festivities, and it's going to be fascinating. Now, will you be back in Houston, Apple, when the Super Bowl takes place?
She's coming tomorrow.
Oh.
Hello.
Absolutely. Because now my client also and her, I have to help her out for the outfit.
Yeah, she styles me too. She makes me look good.
All right.
Well,
I'm on a budget
as well.
Well, I'm going to have to meet you, Apple. Maybe you can help me along. That way I can roll properly as well, huh?
Yeah.
But I wanted to say for all these people listening to please visit the website htownsshowcase.com, and you can find out all the parties that we're talking about that are involved with this. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of people.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back there. I'll go back this week. Actually,
she likes being with me better than anybody. Okay.
Exactly. Well, also the eyes are on the eyes of the world will be on Houston for that period of time, and certainly the game day. But also the stuff that you're talking about, Beth. A lot of the fun and activities in addition to the games are going to be the parties, and a lot of that's happening. And you have an insight into that. That's pretty awesome. Now, with the last 30 seconds or so, Apple first. Let's talk to you. The last 30 seconds, what else would you like people to know about your business or anything else you'd like to say?
I'm so excited. I'm so thankful that you are having me here in the show. And then I get to talk with you and know with Beth and things like that. But anyway, my business that we work, I'll travel everywhere, that's based on where they live. And then I do service everywhere. And I have people work for me, have all the connection. If anybody interested to having me to, go to my website or go to my, or email me to awaken_apple@yahoo. Or so my phone number, 404-862-5421. And I'm sure when I work with you, I will make not just to blank canvas to be,
excellent.
You're being shy, Apple.
Okay.
Apple, can I interrupt you?
Yeah,
Apple.
Yeah.
I said she's being shy. She's the designer to the stars, okay?
Designer to the stars. And also, as we conclude, Beth, thank you, Apple, for being on the show. And Beth, tell people how they can reach you once again.
bcassidyproperties@gmail.com. And my phone number is 832-646-2982.
All right. Very nice. And you've been listening to Successful Living. Beth Cassidy and Apple Lampson on the show. So glad you joined us. Go to Bill Knapik radio shows. You can see and hear this show again and again after the time of broadcast. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Apple.
Wait, let's roll it.
There you go.
She's hilarious.